This is the Zenza 75mm f2.8 lens for the medium format Zenza Bronica ETRS with interchangeable backs and an auto exposure viewfinder featuring a prism with split screen focusing screen. It also allows auto exposure through a readout at the bottom, letting you know how many seconds or fractions of a second you need for correct exposure. It allows you to correct for ISO up to 3200 and ±1 EV exposure compensation. It also allows an override of the metering for manual or automatic operation. If we take the back off, there's a customary black slide so you can remove your film mid-roll. And also a quick release for the entire back. The mirror and shutter assembly are actually not typical SLR or DSLR because the shutter is actually inside the lens itself and only the mirror is within the body. Same with the interchangeable back being responsible for the advancing of the film. That is not the camera's responsibility. The mirror is returned to its position. However, currently there is a timed exposure mode selected on the lens, which results in the leaf shutter remaining open, allowing for bulb mode exposures for night shots and so forth. Returning it to A mode will close the shutter and terminate the exposure. The actual element that allows for automatic exposure metering is itself removable and interchangeable for standard collapsible elements that allow you to look through the focus screen. Takes a little bit of getting used to because the image is at a 90-degree perpendicular to your actual subject being shot. Resulting in a little bit of an awkward skew when you're working with it. However, the sports grip and the sports viewfinder simplify this task quite a bit, allowing you to use a split focus along with any elements that have hard edges to correctly and easily find your focal plane. To load film into the medium format camera, you can use either 120 or 220 length backs for the 645 film. You need to open up the back. There's a little release latch here. It can be a little tricky. It's got, of course, child-proofing on it so you do not open yourself up in the middle of your exposures. But it's not too tough to get out open. As you can see, you now need to put film in it. So I've prepared some film to save time. It's a little hard to work with one hand. You see there's a red dot at the top of the film canister, and you just need to make sure that lines up with the two black lines, two black arrows that you get on your new film after winding the spool. So basically it's going to the right, coming around, and ending up on the other spool. The film actually travels vertically. So if I just show you this assembly. what's in here. And it's actually very important that you line these up correctly. So if you do not have it advanced just right, you do want to back up a touch, just to make sure you're dead on. Otherwise, your readout, which indicates S currently for the start of the roll, will not be correct, and your frames will be misaligned, which would not be a good thing. So now that's ready. You see it's on S. You can hook up the back to the camera, like so, and even this is possible when the viewfinder is in place. There is enough clearance to perform this. Now that you have it on, you simply need to advance your film, which is currently in the S position, until you can shoot. So just advance the film. Oh. And there's currently a meshing issue. So we will explore this another day as we look into the Zenza Bronica medium format SLR.